Every interaction you have leaves an impression, but what if you could leave the kind of impression that remains in their mind long after you're gone? Making someone fall for you isn't about being perfect. It's about triggering emotions so deep that they can't ignore them. This isn't a guessing game or a charm contest. It's about knowing exactly what to say, do, and show to create a connection that feels instant and undeniable. Let's look at the 12 psychological triggers that make someone fall for you, faster and harder than you thought possible. 1. They can't resist you. If you leave them thinking. Curiosity isn't just a feeling, it's a hook. When you say too much, you kill the mystery. When you say just enough, you become unforgettable. Most people overshare, thinking it will make them relatable. It doesn't. It makes them boring. If you leave gaps in your conversations, you force the other person to fill them with their imagination. For example, if someone asks about your weekend, avoid a detailed rundown. Instead, say, "It was interesting. I'll tell you more next time." This doesn't make you seem secretive. It makes you intriguing. They'll keep thinking about you long after the conversation ends. This works because the human brain craves closure. When you withhold just enough, you create tension, and tension is the birthplace of attraction. 2. Make them work for your attention. Here's the brutal truth. People don't value what's handed to them. If you're always available, always texting first, and always making the plans, you're killing the chase. Attraction thrives on effort. If they're not putting in the work to earn your attention, they won't appreciate it. Stop texting back immediately. Let them wonder where you are. If they suggest a plan, don't jump at it. Pause and consider it. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about teaching them to value your time and energy. When they realize your attention isn't guaranteed, it flips the dynamic. You go from being someone they take for granted to someone they're desperate to impress. 3. Make them feel seen like nobody else can. Most people don't want to feel admired, they want to feel understood. If you can look someone in the eye and tell them something about themselves they didn't even realize, you'll leave a mark they won't forget. For example, instead of saying, "You're funny," say, "I love how your humor makes everyone in the room feel at ease." This hits differently because it's not just about them, it's about their impact. When you show someone you see the parts of them others overlook, they start associating you with the rare feeling of being truly known. This isn't flattery, it's precision. It's about noticing the details nobody else does. And when you do, they won't want to lose someone who sees them that way. 4. Let silence speak louder than words. Most people are terrified of silence, so they fill it with meaningless chatter. But silence isn't empty, it's powerful. When you're comfortable with silence, you project confidence and control. And nothing is more attractive than someone who doesn't need to prove themselves with words. For instance, if a conversation lulls, don't rush to fill it. Look them in the eye, smile, and let the moment hang. This makes them feel like you're fully present, and it forces them to engage on a deeper level. Silence creates tension, and tension creates connection. Most people will never master this because they're too afraid to sit with the discomfort. But if you can, you'll stand out in a world full of noise. 5. Trigger their dopamine with unexpected surprises. Attraction isn't just emotional, it's chemical. When you surprise someone, you trigger dopamine, the brain's pleasure hormone. And here's the key. The surprise doesn't have to be big. It just has to feel personal. For example, if they mention loving a certain snack, show up with it the next time you see them. Or if they're stressed, send them a song you think they'd love. These small, thoughtful gestures hit harder than grand, predictable ones. The reason this works? It's not about the act itself. It's about showing that you're paying attention. And when they realize how closely you listen, they'll start seeing you in a whole new light. 6. Mirror their insecurities without making it obvious. This might sound counterintuitive, but people are drawn to those who reflect their vulnerabilities back at them in a subtle way. It creates a sense of safety because they feel understood. For example, if they express doubt about something, share a story of your own struggles, but keep it brief. The key is to relate without overshadowing their experience. This makes them feel like they're not alone in their imperfections. This works because attraction isn't about perfection. It's about connection. When someone sees that you're just as human as they are, it breaks down barriers and draws them closer. 7. Use physical distance to create emotional pull. Here's a harsh truth. The more you're in someone's face, the less they appreciate you. Sometimes, the best way to create attraction is to pull back physically. This doesn't mean ghosting, it means giving them the space to miss you. If you're always around, step back. If you usually text every day, take a break for a couple of days. This isn't about playing games, it's about rebalancing the energy. When you're less available, they'll start to notice the void, and that's when they'll realize your value. Distance creates longing, and longing is one of the most powerful triggers for attraction. 8. Be unapologetically authentic. Here's the thing. Most people are afraid to show who they really are. They hide behind personas, trying to be what they think others want. But the moment you drop the act and show up as your raw, unfiltered self, you become magnetic. This doesn't mean oversharing. It means owning your quirks, your flaws, and your truth. For example, if you're passionate about something niche, don't downplay it. Talk about it with enthusiasm. Authenticity is rare, and it's unforgettable. When you're unapologetically yourself, you give others permission to do the same, and that kind of freedom is irresistible. 9. Leave them with a question they can't shake. Sometimes, the most memorable thing you can do is leave someone thinking. Instead of ending a conversation with a simple goodbye, end it with a thought-provoking question. For example, what's the one thing you've always wanted to do but never had the courage to try? This isn't just about curiosity, it's about creating a mental connection. They'll replay the question in their mind, and by extension, they'll keep thinking about you. It's a psychological loop that keeps you top of mind. Questions aren't just conversation tools, they're anchors. And when you plant the right one, it stays with them long after you're gone. 10. Own your energy without apology. Attraction is all about energy. If you walk into a room looking for validation, people will sense it and pull away. But if you walk in with the energy that says, I don't need anything from you, but I'm here anyway, you become a magnet. This doesn't mean arrogance, it means self-assurance. Stop trying to fit in or seek approval. Just be present in your own energy and watch how others gravitate toward it. Confidence isn't about what you say, it's about what you radiate. When you own your energy, you stop chasing, and that's when they start coming to you. 11. Use controlled disinterest to shift power. Most people are desperate to prove their worth, which makes them overly eager and easy to read. But when you show controlled disinterest, being engaged yet not overly invested, you create an irresistible tension. They can't figure out if you're fully in, and that uncertainty keeps them hooked. For instance, if they ask about your plans, give a vague but confident response like, I've got a lot going on, but I'll let you know if I'm free. This isn't about being cold. It's about showing you value your time and that you're not waiting on them for validation. This controlled disinterest triggers the scarcity effect. People value what feels rare. When they sense you're not overly available, they start chasing the connection instead of taking it for granted. 12. Speak to their aspirations, not their ego. Here's a truth most people ignore. Flattery dies fast, but speaking to someone's aspirations has lasting impact. Instead of complimenting their looks or charm, connect with their dreams and goals. Show that you understand where they're headed, not just where they are now. For example, if they mention a career goal, say, "You strike me as someone who's going to break boundaries in that field. You've got the mindset for it." This makes them feel seen on a deeper level, beyond superficial praise. This works because people are more invested in their future than their present. When you align with their aspirations, they see you as part of their journey, not just a fleeting connection. Attraction isn't magic, it's psychology. These triggers work because they tap into what people truly crave: connection, curiosity, and authenticity. But remember, this isn't about manipulation. It's about showing up in a way that makes people feel drawn to you naturally. If you've made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.